University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, 28 teams appeared in the first round of this contest. 16 made it through to round 2. 8 of them endured the gruelling quarter-final stage. And now only the best 4 remain as we play the first of the 2 semi-final matches. Tonight's teams will be facing the usual tough questions, few tougher perhaps than why on earth are there no women left in this stage of the competition? Whichever team wins tonight will be appearing in the series final. Now, the team from St Peter's College, Oxford, have an unblemished record in this contest, having won all their matches so far. They've beaten the University of Sussex, Selwyn College, Cambridge, Oxford Brookes University, and on their last appearance, the University of Liverpool. Let's meet them for the 5th time.
Hello, I'm John Armitage. I'm from Lancaster, and I'm reading mathematics.
Hi, I'm Ed Roberts. I'm from London, and I'm studying history.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Gabriel Trueblood. I'm from London, and I'm studying medicine.
Hello, I'm Spike Smith. I'm from Maidenhead, and I'm reading mathematics.
The team from Magdalen College, Oxford, also had an impressive run so far. They've defeated Pembroke College, Cambridge, the Open University and Trinity College, Cambridge. Their only stumble was to lose their second quarter-final match against Gonville and Caius College, Cambridge, which meant they had to play again and beat Bristol University to make it here tonight. Let's meet them for the 6th time.
Hello, I'm Harry Gillow. I'm from Stone in Staffordshire, and I'm reading classics.
Hi, I'm Chris Savory from Burgess Hill in West Sussex, and I'm reading chemistry.
And this is their captain.
Hello, my name's Hugh Binney. I live near Cheltenham in Gloucestershire, and I'm also reading chemistry.
Hello, I'm Cameron J. Quinn, originally from Los Angeles, California, and I read philosophy and French.
Well, you all know the rules by now, so let's just get on with it. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's a starter for 10. The industrialist Henry Clay Frick was delayed by his wife's accident. The financier J.P. Morgan chose to extend his stay at a French resort.
Maudlin Binney.
People who didn't go on the Titanic.
Yes, they all missed the maiden voyage of the Titanic. So you get a set of bonuses on Charles Darwin's voyage on the Beagle. Firstly, for 5 points, which astronomer did Darwin meet at the Cape of Good Hope? He's best known for his observation of double stars that continued the work of his father, William, the discoverer of Uranus.
What's his... Do we need his first name? Should we just go with Herschel? Just go with Herschel. Herschel.
Correct. In Chile, Darwin found evidence for the theory endorsed by Charles Lyell that geological formations are the result of steady cumulative forces. What name was given to this theory?
Well, no, I don't know. Is it catastrophism? Or maybe... I mean, it's a later term. It's like coined in the 60s, but...
Plate tectonics.
No, it's uniformitarianism. And finally, who was the captain of HMS Beagle? He later devised a prototype of the daily weather forecast and in 2002 had a shipping forecast area named after him.
Oh, the name Fitzroy, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Fitzroy.
Correct, Robert Fitzroy. 10 points for this starter question. In mathematics, meanings of what 6-letter word include a set in a metric space containing all of its limit points, a subset of a group that contains all of its products, and the complement...
St Peter Smith.
Closed?
Closed is correct, yes. Your bonuses, St Peter's, are on fluid mechanics. After an engineer born in Belfast in 1842, which dimensionless quantity in fluid mechanics measures the ratio of inertial to viscous forces and is used to determine different flow regimes?
I think it's the Rayleigh number.
Rayleigh number?
No, the Reynolds number. What specific flow regime is characterised by a large Reynolds number and is often accompanied by swirling or eddies in the flow?
Nominate Smith.
Inviscid?
No, it's turbulent flow. And finally, after physicists born in France and Ireland, respectively, which set of non-linear differential equations describes the motions of fluids, showing the existence and smoothness of their solutions, is one of the Clay Millennium Prizes?
Nominate Smith.
Navier-Stokes?
Correct. 10 points for this. Which historical English county links peerage titles held by Charles I's nephew, Prince Rupert, Prince George, the consort of Queen Anne, and a younger son of George II, nicknamed Butcher for his suppression of the 1745 Jacobite rebellion?
Magdalen Savoury.
Northumberland.
No.
St Peter's Trueblood.
Monmouth.
No, it's Cumberland. 10 points for this. Written on the eve of the First World War, the piece is the emblem of an era of great ferment. No composer since can avoid its shadow, and score after score by modern masters would be unthinkable without its model. Those words of the composer George Benjamin describe which work by Stravinsky?
Magdalen Binney.
The Rite of Spring.
Correct. Your bonuses are on literature and comfort food, Magdalen College. In each case, listen to the descriptions and name the comfort food produced by the combination of the two words. Firstly, the second name of the author of Tarzan of the Apes, and the first part of the title of an 1894 novel by Mark Twain, whose title character is David Wilson.
Is that like Connecticut?
Do we have any?
Was it pudding?
Rice. Something rice. Rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
Correct. The final word, secondly, of the title of a 1989 novel by Laura Esquivel, and the first word of the title of a work by Somerset Maugham, often thought to portray Thomas Hardy.
Cake. Is that cake and ale?
Okay, yeah.
So what kind of cake could it be? Chocolate cake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that could be like hot chocolate. Say that.
Chocolate cake.
Correct. And thirdly, the nationality of the patient in the title of Michael Ondaatje's 1992 novel, and the first word of the title of a 1958 novella by Truman Capote.
English breakfast. Tiffany's, yeah.
English breakfast.
English breakfast is right, yes. A picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see the periodic table with some elements highlighted. 10 points if you can give me the decade in which the highlighted elements were all discovered.
Magdalen Binney.
1780s.
Anyone like to buzz from St Peter's?
St Peter's Trueblood.
1760s.
No, it's the 1770s. Bad luck. So, picture bonuses in a moment or two. 10 points for this. Which author wrote these words? And now, once again, I bid my hideous progeny go forth and prosper. I have an affection for it was the offspring of...
Magdalen Quinn.
Shelley.
Mary Shelley, yes,
yeah.
correct. Right, you get the picture bonuses, 3 more sets of elements, and again, in each case, all you have to do is to give me the decade in which all the highlighted elements were discovered. Firstly, for 5.
So this is going to be like 1930s or 40s? Do you think it might be 40s?
Yeah,
1940s?
Correct, yes. The Manhattan Project had much to do with that, of course. Secondly...
I don't know. Any ideas? Like
it's going to be early 20th century or something like that.
20th? No, it must be 19th century. It's like 1830s, isn't it?
Right.
1830s?
No, it's the 1800s. And finally...
This is 1910s, 1900s, isn't
You've got
it?
polonium.
So 1900s. 1900s.
No, it's the 1890s. 10 points for this. The French political writer Pierre-Joseph Proudhon is thought to have been the first person willingly to describe...
Magdalen Quinn.
Anarchist.
Anarchist is correct. Right, your bonuses are on Europeans in Asia, Magdalen. In 1511, Portugal took control of which port on the Malay Peninsula? It's situated on a strategic waterway of the same name.
Malacca, maybe? Yeah.
Malacca?
Yeah.
Malacca? Yeah, could be.
Malacca.
Correct. Yeah. Colonised by Portugal in 1557, which peninsula of China was the first European settlement in East Asia? In 1999, it became a special administrative region of China.
Macau.
Correct. Fort Zeelandia was built by the Dutch in 1624 during their 38-year-long rule of which island, later under Chinese and Japanese rule?
Oh.
Really?
Japanese?
Japanese rule?
It's World War II, though. Question of where it conquered World War II. Maybe it's Guyana. No, that's
No, it's not an island.
I don't mean that. I mean, yeah.
Sumatra.
No, it's Taiwan. 10 points for this. The HPT is a society for the preservation of which mammals of the family Leporidae, whose species include brown and...
St Peter's Trueblood.
Hare.
Hare is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses, St Peter's, on centenarians. The purpose of myth is to provide a logical model capable of overcoming a contradiction. Which French academic who died in 2009 at the age of 100 wrote those words in his book Structural Anthropology?
Any ideas? Oh, I have no idea at all. No? Pass.
You've never heard of Claude Lévi-Strauss? No? Amazing. Sic transit gloria, eh? His collections, including the Wellfleet Whale and the Testing Tree, who was appointed US Poet Laureate in 2000 when in his 90s. He died 6 years later, aged 100.
Frost would be the logical guess, but I don't know if he's about to be the right age. Robert Frost?
No, it was Stanley J. Kunitz. Frost was long dead by then. Noted for a long-running double act with his wife, Gracie Allen, which US comedian died in 1996 at the age of 100?
Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton.
He would have been very much older than that. No, it was George Burns. Right, in 1932, the British physicist James Chadwick discovered the neutron by repeating earlier experiments involving the exposure of what element to alpha particles?
Maudlin Savory.
Gold.
No, St Peter's, one of you, Buzz?
St Peter's True Blood.
Lead.
No, it's beryllium. I'm going to have to fine you 5 points, Magdalen, for the incorrect interruption. So, fingers on the buzzers, another starter question. Piano compositions, including Carnival and Papillon, were among the works of which composer born Saxony in 1810? Also noted for the Spring and Rhenish symphonies.
St Peter's True Blood.
Schumann.
Schumann is right, yes. Your bonuses are on lines about a constellation, St Peter's. Of which constellation did the Roman poet Marcus Manilius write, "On each broad shoulder a bright star displayed, and 3 obliquely grace his hanging blade"?
Orion.
Correct. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades or loose the bands of Orion? These words appear in which book of the Old Testament, the title figure of which remains confident in divine justice despite his earthly misfortunes?
Job.
Correct. In which science fiction film of 1982 does the dying antagonist claim to have seen attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion?
Blade Runner.
Correct. 10 points for this. Warkworth Castle, the Archbishop's Palace in York, the Boar's Head Tavern in Eastcheap and the rebel camp near Shrewsbury are among the locations of which of Shakespeare's histories?
St Peter's True Blood.
Richard III.
No, Magdalen?
Maudlin Gillow.
Henry IV,
Which one?
Part 2.
No, it's part 1. Bad luck. Right, another starter question. With respect to the standard basis, what are the entries of the matrix of the linear transformation that takes a vector in the plane and swaps its x and y coordinates?
St Peter's Smith.
0110.
Yes, 0110, yes. Your bonuses, St Peter's, are on logical fallacies. In each case, listen to the example and give the 2-word Latin term most commonly used to describe the fallacy illustrated. Don't go on at me about sugar and tooth decay. You get through 5 bags of jelly babies a day.
Ad hominem.
No, that's 2 quoque. After we acquired our green warthog mascot, our quiz team started to win. The warthog helped us to answer correctly.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc. Post hoc ergo propter hoc.
Correct. And finally, how can we take your argument seriously? You have red hair, red trousers, and went to a red brick university.
Ad hominem.
That is correct, yes. Time for a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can give me the name of the French composer.
Maudlin Quinn.
Gounod.
It is from his Faust the Soldier's Chorus. So you get the music bonuses. 3 more pieces of music with military connotations. Firstly, for 5, I want the name of this song thought to originate from the 15th century.
The Soldier's Hymn.
No, you need a Welshman on that team. That's Men of Harlech. Secondly, the British military figure after whom this piece is named.
Wellington.
It is the Duke of Wellington, yes. And finally, the name of this piece, please.
The Radetzky March.
It is the Radetzky March by Strauss the Elder. 10 points for this. In some plants adapted to hot and arid conditions, crassulacean acid metabolism is an alternative pathway for which...
Maudlin Quinn.
Photosynthesis.
Correct. Your bonuses this time, Magdalen College, are on whales. Which suborder of whale takes its name from the whalebone plates in its upper jaw, which are used to filter food from water?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Baleen.
Baleen is right. Thought to be named after a Norwegian whaler, what is the smallest of the baleen whales to be found in UK waters? It's distinguished by a white band on the upper side of each pectoral fin.
Mink whale?
Minky.
The minke whale is correct. And the biggest of the toothed whales, what has the largest brain of any mammal?
Sperm whale.
Correct. 10 points for this. In Greek mythology, Pegasus, Arion and Triton were all fathered by...
St. Peter's True Blood.
Neptune.
No, you lose 5 points. Were all fathered by which god? The brother of Zeus and Hades. He's described by Homer as the Earth Shaker.
Maudlin Gillow.
Poseidon is correct, yes. Right, you get a set of bonuses this time, Magdalen, on complexity theory in computer science. The complexity class P contains all problems that can be solved in an amount of time, which is what type of function of the size of the input?
Polynomial.
Correct. Having $1 million reward, one of the Millennium Prize problems is to determine whether or not P is equal to which other complexity class?
NP.
Correct. Now a professor of applied mathematics at MIT, Peter Shaw discovered an algorithm in 1994 that can factorize integers in polynomial time, provided the algorithm is running on what type of computer?
A quantum computer.
Correct. 10 points for this. In 1821, Sequoia completed a syllabary of 86...
St. Peter's True Blood.
Cherokee.
Correct. Your bonuses are on Servants in Opera, St. Peter's, first performed in Rome in 1817. In which opera do Ramiro, the Prince of Salerno, and Dandini, his valet, masquerade as one another and compete for the love of the title character?
Pass.
It's Cinderella. Secondly, Monsieur Guillot, the valet of the title character, acts as his second in a duel with Lenski in which opera by Tchaikovsky?
Eugene Onegin.
Correct. Hey, Mr. Count, if it's dancing you want, you can skip to my tune. These words give the sense of a cavatina sung by a valet in which opera of 1786?
Marriage Figaro.
Correct. 10 points for this. Crossed by the equator and bordering the international dateline, which Pacific Republic was formerly part of the Gilbert and Ellice Islands colony?
Maudlin Binney.
Kiribati.
Kiribati is right, yes. These bonuses are on prime numbers, Magdalen College. Subtract the year of the Great Fire of London from the year of the Boston Tea Party. What prime number is the result?
So 107.
Correct. What prime number results when one subtracts the year of Queen Victoria's accession to the throne from the year in which the United States entered the Korean War?
I think 1914 and 15, whichever one's prime.
So what do we think? That's going to be 127.
Is that prime?
Is that prime?
Yeah, that makes sense.
127.
No, it's 113, 1950, take away 1837. Subtract the year of the armistice that ended World War I from the year in which Margaret Thatcher became Prime Minister. What prime number then results?
61.
Correct. Time for a second picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a work of art depicting a national patron saint. 10 points if you can name the sculptor and the saint.
Maudlin Quinn.
Donatello and St. George.
It is indeed, yes. So your picture bonuses are 3 depictions of saints from Italian Renaissance painters. In each case, I want the artist and the saint depicted. Firstly, for 5.
Okay, so this is John the Baptist.
Yeah, the artist?
And the artist.
Probably Giotto.
Giotto, okay.
Yeah.
Is it John the Baptist? It looks like his cross.
No.
Is it?
He's not like... He's got that whole... Is that like Aquinas, maybe? No, he's not a patron saint. I think it would be Aquinas.
Come on, let's have it, please.
Is it Thomas Aquinas by Giotto?
No, it's not. It's St. Francis by Raphael. Secondly...
Okay, so that's by Caravaggio, and that is John the Baptist. Is it Caravaggio? No, it's Botticelli.
Is that Thomas, though?
It's John the Baptist.
Is
John
by,
Baptist, the one Steve loved.
by who, sorry? Leonardo?
Oh, good. Yeah, say that.
Is it, John the Baptist by Leonardo?
Correct. And finally...
It's
That's
Andrew.
Peter.
Peter.
Being crucified upside down.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
by
Bellini. No, because it's a fresco, so I don't think it's Giotto, but it could be like... Oh, Michelangelo.
Okay. Is that Michelangelo doing St. Peter?
It is indeed, yes. Did you get the theme that ran through the artists?
Yes, they're all Teenage
Ninja
Mutant
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Right, 10 points for this. Which decade saw the Treaty of Nanking that ceded Hong Kong Island to Britain, the publication of the Communist Manifesto, the California Gold...
St. Peter Smith.
1850s.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. The California Gold Rush and the start of the Irish potato famine.
Maudlin Quinn.
1848.
It's a decade.
No, I'm afraid I asked for the decade. It's the 1840s. 1848 was the year of the publication of the Communist Party Manifesto, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Right. Right, 10 points for this. Launched in 1977, the space probe Voyager 2 in 1989 became the first man-made craft...
Maudlin Savory.
To leave the solar system.
No. You lose 5 points. To pass which planet?
St. Peter's Trueblood.
Neptune.
Correct. Your bonuses, St. Peter's, are on languages of South Africa. Which official language of South Africa is also the national language of a diamond-rich neighbour of South Africa, mostly covered by the Kalahari Desert?
It's Namibia, so... It's another language in Africa that's also... They have the language of the country, and the language. Also, it's not Hausa, I don't think. It could be Afrikaans, but... English.
No, bad luck. It's the national language I wanted. It's Swana, or Setswana. Secondly, which language is an official language both of South Africa and of the small landlocked country that borders only South Africa and Mozambique?
Swazi. Swazi.
Correct. And finally, spoken by around 20% of the population of South Africa, what was the native language of Nelson Mandela?
Xhosa.
Xhosa is correct, yes. 4.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. The Apterygota is a primitive subclass of insects that includes silverfish and is named to indicate its members' lack of...
St. Peter's Trueblood.
Wings.
Correct. These bonuses are on physics. Phase, colour, particle replacement, parity, charge and time are all examples of what phenomenon in physics? In everyday language, the same term denotes a type of geometric property.
Symmetry.
Correct. Which of the 4 fundamental forces is the only one known to violate time symmetry?
Gravity.
No, it's the weak nuclear force. Lorentz invariance, another symmetry of nature, states that the laws of physics look the same for any observer moving at constant velocity. It's integral to which physical theory published in 1905?
Special relativity.
Special theory of relativity is correct, yes. 10 points for this. The sessile and the English, or common, both of the genus Quercus, are the 2 species...
Maudlin Quinn.
Oak.
Oak is right. These bonuses are on histology, Magdalen College. The H&E stain is commonly used in the biopsy of suspected cancer tissue. The letter H refers to hematoxylin. For what does the letter E stand?
We don't know.
It's eosin. In the H&E procedure, eosin is a counterstain. What colour counterstain is used in gram stain of bacteria?
It's not like purple, isn't it?
Okay, purple.
No, it's red or pink. And finally, Sudan red is used to stain which particular broad class of biomolecules for which it has a high affinity?
Maybe like white blood cells or something. Say white blood cells.
White cells.
Do you think so?
White blood cells.
No, it's lipids or fats. 2.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. Studies serve for delight, for ornament and for ability. These are the words of which philosopher and politician?
Maudlin Quinn.
Bacon?
Francis Bacon is right, yes. Your bonuses are on an Asian country. Iskander Mirza, Ayub Khan and Yahya Khan were from 1956 the first 3 presidents of which country?
Pakistan.
Is it?
This is 56, but right for the start of Pakistan.
No, it should be, yeah, maybe.
Pakistan.
Correct. Which military figure came to power in a coup d'etat in 1977 and died in an unexplained air crash 11 years later?
General someone.
Wait, is this all in Asia?
I thought it was still in Pakistan. Yes, it's all back in some Pakistan.
Come on.
We don't know.
It's General Zia. And finally, which former general resigned as president of Pakistan in 2008, having seized power in a coup in 1999?
Musharraf.
Correct. 10 points for this. In chemistry, what 6-letter term describes a pair of opposite electrical charges separated by a small...
Maudlin Binney.
Dipole.
Dipole is correct. These bonuses are on bones of the human body, occurring most commonly in young boys. Perthes disease is caused by the inflammation of the head of which bone of the lower body?
The femur.
Correct. What is the medical name for the bone that articulates with the tibia, fibula and calcaneus?
It's the bottom, so it's the
Talons? Oh. No, isn't
No,
it?
it's the ankle, right? What's the
I
ankle?
thought that was the calcaneus.
We don't know.
It is the ankle bone, the talus. And finally, formed by the fusion of the ilium, ischium and pubis, the innominate bone is more commonly known as what?
The pelvis.
No, it's a hip bone. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. The name of the capital of which country may be formed by rearranging the Roman numerals for the number 552?
Maudlin Binney.
East Timor.
East Timor, D-I-L-I, or D-L-I-I in the Roman numerals. And at the gong, St Peter's College, Oxford have 120. Magdalen College, Oxford have 235. Well, it's not a bad way to go out. You had a clear run up to here, defeating everybody and only lost in the semi-final, St Peter's. We shall have to say goodbye to you, but congratulations for getting this far anyway. Maudlin, terrific performance again from you. We shall look forward to seeing you in the final. I hope you can join us next time for the second semi-final. But until then, it's goodbye from St Peter's College, Oxford.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Magdalen College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me.